I guarantee that if you are sad and down about your life, it's because you are not living the life of your dreams. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm currently in Cape Town, South Africa, and usually whenever I have some alone time, I like to do a lot of reflections. And actually, the other day before I got to Cape Town, I was just reflecting on my life and how this year I'll be turning 30, and how I have lived a great ass life in my 20s. Like, I have lived a life that many girls and women pretty much want to live. And in this message, I want to encourage more women and young girls to basically dream big and go after everything you want. Now, I am a person that I tend to ramble and get off topic, so I'll be looking at my journal a lot for notes because I did write down a lot of things I just want to talk about. But in this basically is just a message to young girls, basically to enjoy life. Like, enjoy life so much. My motto, literally, I think I created this motto maybe 2-3 years ago, and it's to enjoy life. Like, do all the things that light me up. Like, do all the things that bring that spark. Even, I will say this, like, if it's something that brings danger, okay, fine. In your early 20s, you do feel invincible, and I feel like I've done a lot of things in my early 20s. Looking back at it, I'm like, how am I still here? But as long as you're doing things that, like, you're doing things that you're safe while doing it, please, please, please enjoy your life. Like, do what makes you happy. And with that being said, my very first tip for enjoying your life is to get a passport. If you are a young girl, please, 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 please go get a passport and go see the rest of the world. My very first time on a plane leaving the country was I 18, 20, I think. I know I wasn't 21 because I was so excited to be able to drink in Germany, but I was in college. And my professor at the time, she convinced me to go study abroad by myself. And I was so nervous because everyone in my classroom had like friends they were doing it with, and she was like, you're going to make that while you're there, I promise you. And I'm so thankful for that professor because she literally like planted this seed in my head to go see the rest of the world. Like, once I got to Germany, first of all, I'm from Indiana. So once I left Indiana and I went out and ventured off by myself, I met friends in Australia, I made friends in California, like all over that were in Germany to study abroad as well. It really helped me to see the world in a different light. Like, if I still lived in Indiana, if I never left the States, I'd probably be those people that just think that, you know, we could do no wrong. Like, we're like the best of the best in this world. And that's simply not true. And I love that my professor exposed me to traveling. Please go get a passport, go live life. Like, go what I like to do is every year, and sometimes it's random, but every year I'll make a list of all the places that I want to visit. And one thing I've started to do, which I absolutely love, is I'll take a piece of paper, like a little piece of paper, and I'll write all the destinations and put them in a little jar and I'll pull. And that's where I'm going. Now, it is a little easier for me to plan last minute trips because I am cabin crew, I'm a flight attendant. So it's a little easier to do last minute things, but it's something that fits for me and I enjoy it. Like, I never really plan anything to the T. I love solo traveling. I did my first solo traveling. That's another thing. Please do a solo trip. Like, I will say countries that are, or places in the world that are solo friendly, I would say like Thailand's a good country to go for solo. Bali, Indonesia, like that's a great place to solo. I've never been to Vietnam, but I heard Vietnam's another one. I heard Guatemala's another one. I haven't been there, but I plan on going this year. But for sure, Bali. Like, it's so easy to get around. You're gonna meet so many different people. That was my first actual solo trip back in September. And when I tell you, it was just like the best month of my life of just like purging, reflecting, shedding. It was just a beautiful experience, and I highly recommend every woman, girl, to please do a solo trip. So however that looks like for you. Like I said, I like to just write out a list of places I want to go, make it fun by pulling different places, like pulling a piece of paper out of a jar and just go, okay? And then trust your instincts. Like, I know a lot of people are scared of solo traveling, but honestly, it's about you following your intuition, listening to yourself, and not allowing other people to persuade you into doing like anything you don't want. For example, my friends and I yesterday, we went to a winery here in Cape Town, so amazing. And we met these guys there that wanted to give us a ride back into the city. But from our judgment, we can tell they were very intoxicated. So we're like, that is an hour drive of you being intoxicated. We think that we're just gonna call someone to take us that, is sober. Well, fast forward today, they reached out to let us know they got in a wreck. And those are things where it's like you have to listen to your intuition and not let anyone or just a moment of fun allow you to make a bad judgment. So please, always, when you're traveling, even when it's with friends, use good judgment. Another big tip, leave your hometown. I'm so huge on getting out of your hometown and venturing out. If you don't do anything, you leave your hometown, because most of the time you're used to the same mundane things. You're around the same closed-minded people. I know where I'm from in Indiana, almost everyone in that town is closed-minded, and to the point where when I post about me traveling, it's kind of like foreign to them. So definitely recommend getting out of your hometown. If anything, start small. That's something also that I'm trying to teach my best friend. I want to move abroad one day. She wants to do the same. But I'm trying to teach her to do it small. Like, leave your hometown first, move away and see how you feel about that. And then from there, you just continue. Like, you move on to bigger places. Next, quiet the noise of your high school classmates, even college classmates. The adults are the biggest ones. Like, just quiet the noise of peers from the past. Whenever I started my pole journey back in 2023, I was so nervous to post about it that I was doing pole, posting. I was scared to post of me in class and just sharing different pieces of art that I would create on the pole. And it was mainly because I didn't want to feel judgment from people from my hometown mainly, and people from my hometown. I just did not want to feel judged. And when I say people from my hometown, it was mainly the adults from my hometown. I didn't want to have a bad image. And it wasn't until I got secure within myself and what I was doing and standing in my truth to be like, you know what, I love this, and screw anyone that has anything negative to say. That's another thing I have. Stand firm in who you are. Stand firm in your truths. And again, as long as it's not harming anybody, who gives a shit? Do what makes you happy. I'm so passionate about that. I'm always big on doing what you want and not giving a shit. And with that being said, ask the questions that society has pressured women to answer in a certain way. For example, I remember when I was 25, or not 25. I remember when I was a young girl, I used to say, at 25, I want to be married with 2 kids. Okay, well, I turned 25 and I was questioning that. I was like, do I even want kids? And am I ready for that? So I really started to question the things that society said we as women should be doing. And in the beginning, when I was like, you know what, I really enjoy my freedom. And as the eldest daughter, I know what it's like to be responsible for children way past the age of 18. So is that something that I really want? And at first, I allowed men that I would date, even people kind of say oh, just wait until you meet that man, or wait until you get out of the phase of you traveling and you want to start settling down. That will change. And that could very much be true. But what I do know is in this current moment, I don't want that for myself. So I had to stand firm in that, and without feeling shame, because I definitely did feel that, because I was like, okay, what is wrong with me that I don't want kids? But every other woman, girl around me does. And once I started to be more vocal about it, I was like, you know what? I love that I can stand on that. I love that I can say, this is my life and I don't give a shit what you think. At the end of the day, I'm living the life that I want. And it's so crazy because I'm a flight attendant, so I'm always constantly I'm constantly working with different people and women of all ages. And one thing that the women that are way older than me, that they will say, is that they love that I'm living life, and they love that I'm traveling the world, and that I don't want kids. They're like, if that's what you don't force yourself to have children, because it is not what society tells you it is. And they always tell me you're living the life that I wish I was brave enough to live. And I think that is so important. And I hope that dear in my heart that I am living the life that a lot of women wish that they could live. Like, there's a quote that I always come across, or this one my friends would send me, and it says something along the lines of, it's something like, you're living the life that your ancestors couldn't, or you're the one in your lineage that's living the life that your ancestors couldn't. And when I say I feel that in my heart, I feel that in my spirit, that I am truly living the life that most of my ancestors could not, and that it's not my job on this earth to bear children. I don't think that is for me. I think that my mission on this earth is to live a big ass magical life that's outside of bearing children. I think it's me traveling the world and showing my siblings and my friends what they can do, and that we don't have to fall for societal pressures. So I think that's very important, to question yourself, ask the questions of, do I want this? Is that something that aligns with me and my values? Who am I? That's another thing. Like, get to know yourself, because at the end of the day, like, you are your best friend first. There's no one, your sister, your friend, over all that, you are your best friend first. At the end of the day, like, you have to ask yourself those questions. No one can give you the answers for you. You have to sit with that and say, like, what is it that aligns with my values? What aligns with my truths and who I am? So please, please, please live life. Ask the questions. Listen to your intuition. That is another huge thing. And I truly believe that with me traveling, it has allowed me to grow a strong relationship with my intuition, because I'm constantly having to be like, what is it that I want? For example, I'm currently on a group trip with some of my girlfriends, and I know me. I know I'm a person where I need that alone time. And so instead of me forcing constantly being around them and doing things with them, I honor that I enjoy my alone time and that I need space to just recharge. So that's currently what I'm doing. I came back to our Airbnb, and just to recharge and relax, I went to get a massage. I went by the beach, I grabbed a matcha, and I just came back to the Airbnb while they're still out doing excursions. Like, I never want people to stop doing what they want because of me. Like, no, do what makes you happy, and I'll do what makes me happy. And that takes me knowing myself and not forcing it, because I do know that if I do force it, that's when I get an attitude, because I'm around, like, we're all having different opinions, we're all needed to make decisions, and we all don't want to do the same thing, and that is okay. So please, please, please build a great relationship with yourself, okay? What else? Oh, this is huge. The boys will always be there. The boys will always be there. Please remember that. The boys will always be there. Please do not pause your life and what you want for a guy. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And the guys will always be there, and there's so many of them. And you'll start to notice that as you travel around the world, how your taste of guys will change. You will start to realize the things that you've settled for by dating other guys from around the world. I'm not saying go like do those things, but what I'm saying is, don't allow a guy that you are dating stop you from traveling, stop you from starting that business, stop you from going to school, stop you from leaving your hometown. They will always be there, and they're everywhere. And I will tell you this, it's very easy to get a guy. It's not hard to get a guy. What's hard is finding a guy that is in alignment with you and where you're going. That is the hard one. But to actually get any guy, that is not hard. So please, please, please live your life. Do not pause it for a guy. Don't pause it for your parents. Don't pause it for a friend. Do what makes you happy. Like, I know people disagree with this sometimes, but be selfish. Be selfish with your life and with your time. I'm a person that I tell people, I'm like, yeah, there are some things I'm selfish about. And I think that is, well, it's not, I know that is part of the reason why I know I don't want children, because I am a selfish person. I'm selfish when it comes to my freedom and time. And that is okay. And that is something else that I had to get secure with saying, is that I'm okay with being selfish. I'm okay with saying I don't like to share certain things. And I just remember certain people used to make me feel bad for not wanting to share. I've done that my whole life as the eldest daughter. I'm now at a place in my life where I love my own space. I love my own company. And I want to share that with me. And that's okay. So please do not pause your life for anyone. Do what makes you happy. And that is okay. That is okay. that's pretty much it that I have. Like, I just want young girls and women to know that we are magical beings. Like, we're so fucking magical. We're meant to live large. We're never meant to dim our lights. We're not meant to play small. We are meant to live a fruitful, abundance, magical life. And that truly comes when you get secure in who you are, when you start to do what makes you happy, when you start to move in alignment instead of against what your soul is telling you to do. When you stop doing what society and what, you know, these traditions have told you how you should live. When you stop doing that and you start doing what makes you you, babes, I swear to you, you will live a grand ass life. And I'm, like I said, I'm about to be 30 this year, and I feel like I'm just now getting into that spot where I truly love my life. Like, I love it. And I just remember looking back. Like, sometimes I'll look back at my early 20s and why I was so fucking sad. Like, just so sad about life. Slightly depressed all the time. And it was because I was trying to follow societal norms. I was trying to follow these traditions. And it wasn't me. Like, it was not me. Like, one thing that I love and what I tell women all the time is dating should be fun. It should be something that lights you up. The moment that dating someone is no longer fun, they should get the boot. Like, you should never drag a relationship with someone if it's not aligned with you. And so I'm at this stage of my life where I enjoy dating. I'm not going to be committed to someone that I'm not actually committed to, if that makes sense. Like, I really enjoy living a magical ass life. So please, please, please go live large, live. Go enjoy your life. Like, write down a list of things that you want to do. One thing I love to do is get a journal. Get a journal. One thing that I do within my journal is I'll write letters to myself. And it's kind of like what do you want to do today? What is something you've been wanting to do that you felt shame around? Or what is something, that our inner child wanted to do, or that wants to do right now, but we're so scared to do it because we feel like it's only for children. Like, I will go to a park sometimes just to go swing and just connect with my inner child. Like, do things that make you happy. Get a journal. You will always find your answers that you're looking for within your own writing if you're honest with yourself. Please, please, please be honest with yourself along your journey. Okay? All right, that is all. Yeah, babes, go live life. Go live large. Do what makes you happy. Whatever that looks like, as long as you're safe. Okay? Much love.